Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw here aboard Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas, now the biggest ship in the world. We're here in, believe it or not, Central Park. So I'm here with Mark Tamas, who is the Senior Vice President, Hotel Operations for Royal Caribbean International. I've interviewed Mark before, and he's been lucky enough, along with me, to be on this wonderful ship, although I think you've been on it a little longer than I have. We're going to talk about Wonder of the Seas and all of the wonderful things that it does have on Insider Travel Report. Now, Mark, first of all, great to see you on board. It's been a wonderful cruise. We're a few days left on it. But let's talk first about what is your role? What do you do at Royal Caribbean?
Well, Senior Vice President of Hotel Operations, I basically get to oversee everything except the nautical operations and the mechanical operations.
They don't let you near that, right?
They let me near it, but they don't let me say anything. I let my partner Greg Purdy take care of that stuff.
That's good, but it's amazing. You know, the naval architecture of the ship is amazing, and it is the biggest ship in the world now by a few. I think it's so. How many guests and roughly how many staterooms do you have on board?
So we have 2,900 staterooms, and we have 6,400 guests.
Okay. So you have that, and in fact, this ship is sailing at about 4,300 because of the different requirements, and this is the first revenue sailing, right?
This is the very first, the inaugural sailing.
The inaugural sailing. I feel very honored to be on that. Usually we're on these, 2-day thing goes out. In fact, we were on Odyssey together just seems like a few months ago, right?
Time is flying.
Time is flying. That one, we were at the private island, and we're actually heading there in a bit. Let's talk about this magnificent ship. You have a thing called the suite neighborhood, which is your eighth neighborhood. I can't remember, 8th or 9th neighborhood on board, right?
It's the 8th neighborhood on board. Yeah,
and we're in one, Central Park.
Central Park's another one. You know, the ship, when Oasis was first built, it was really this idea of different neighborhoods. And sometimes people think about the biggest ship, and really, when we think about it, we just want to make the best ship.
Right.
And this Wonder of the Seas being the flagship of the greatest fleet in the world, Royal Caribbean International, we're very proud of Wonder of the Seas.
Yeah. So now we have the new suite neighborhood, which is a totally different idea, where I guess that's kind of like the Park Avenue of this place. It's got. So talk a little bit about the suite neighborhood and what it is.
So the suite neighborhood is 2 decks. Our suites are located in that central area. And then there's 2 different features that are right there, so it makes it very convenient. We have Coastal Kitchen, which is open for breakfast, lunch.
We all know from previous ships, but now I think it's walled off except for the special guests.
Except for those special guests, that's right. Coastal Kitchen is available for lunch, dinner, and even for breakfast or snacks or just a quick coffee as you're getting around the ship. We also have the suite sun deck, right, which is beautiful. A great place just to sit
with a bar too,
with a bar, with a swimming pool, with a jacuzzi, with shade, with sun, with a beautiful aft view of the ship. It's really a great place to be.
Now, we took a look at it the other day, and then the suites are amazing, and it really is a beautiful area, and it really is your first kind of private area for suite guests, right?
It is. We've really leaned into that space, and those guests that, kind of invest with us, we want to invest in their experience and give them a great vacation.
Now, talk about the other staterooms. Is anything new on this ship for the staterooms in general?
The staterooms are incredibly comfortable. And like you said, I've spent a lot of time on the ship. And it's funny, as more guests join, it seems that my personal stateroom gets smaller. So I've experienced all the different staterooms over the last couple of months.
You don't want any of these guests come on. You can have a better room, right?
No. I'd much rather have our guests have the best rooms and me have whatever's available. But every room, whether it's just an ocean view, balcony room, or one of our grand suites or the ultimate family suite, it's really about thinking about every detail, every comfort. But at the end of the day, the best part is the service that comes with the room. The stateroom attendants are just incredible. And they want to not only serve you, provide a clean area, but they want to know you. They want to treat you. They want to really have you feel like you're a guest in their house, and that's really incredible. And I think that's a really special thing about cruising in general.
No, absolutely. And you mentioned something I should have talked about first, was the family suite. You started that a little while ago on these ships, but this one is a new level, right?
Yeah, this is literally the ultimate family suite. It sleeps 10. I mean, it has some of the features that are in the other family suites with the slide that connects the kid space to the adult space downstairs.
Yeah, can adults do that too?
I've seen, let's say I've seen Richard Fain go down the slide. I've seen Michael Bailey
I'm not
go down the
surprised.
slide. I've gone down the slide. So yeah, as long as you're into having a little bit of fun, you can go down the slide. Kids of all ages.
Sounds great. Well, that is the ultimate family suite, and it's even better here now. Now let's talk a little bit about the dining on board, because that's a major part of cruising, and you have so many different varieties here in just in Central Park alone. We have a lot of different restaurants. Some are familiar to me, some are not. You have a new restaurant here that's on Odyssey, but it's Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, where I actually ate the first night on the cruise. So that's a new addition, right?
It really is. With 33 restaurants and bars, I mean, the options are endless. But Giovanni's is really interesting because we've always had an Italian restaurant.
Right.
And when we build new ships, we're always thinking about what stays, more about kind of tradition, like Schooner Bar. It's on every one of our ships. Where do we innovate, and where do we do things that are just completely new and revolutionary? So Italian's been kind of through that whole journey. So now Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Bar is a great option. Hand-tossed pizzas right in the restaurant.
I had one of those.
On the other side where the wine bar is, a charcuterie, fresh meats, sliced Italian cheeses. It's fantastic.
You're making me hungry. I think I'm going to have to book that tonight now. And then you have some of the more familiar ones like Chops Grill. Then you have 150 Central Park, which was probably the first restaurant I ever went to on an Oasis-class ship so long ago, 5 ships ago. Right?
150 Central Park is really about culinary excellence and really leaning into the ingredients, the preparation, the service, but really around a truly fine dining experience.
And it is wonderful. And then the newest thing on this ship, though, is brand new. It's not in any other ship, is your Southern Cuisine, which is Mason Jar, right?
Yeah, the Mason Jar restaurant and bar is fantastic. And you said Southern Cuisine. I don't know if Southern and cuisine go together, but Southern food, it sure is incredible.
It's a little filling, which is by design, right?
There's a couple vegetables here and there. You can find them under.
We don't want those. I mean, you got to find the fried stuff. Right?
Oh, they're fried chicken. Oh my God, we've got the hot style fried chicken. We've got the regular fried chicken. We've got the fried chicken sandwich. We have fried chicken on waffles. I mean, there's 30 different ways to get fried chicken.
In fact, we sampled a few things, and then was the stuffed French toast, which was stuffed with like peanut butter or something, and it was just pretty decadent, I got to tell you.
That dish was actually inspired by Elvis Presley himself. That's what he ate for breakfast.
See what happened to him. But anyway, he did live a good life, and maybe it was the peanut butter, but we'll see what happens. But so that's one brand new feature on this vessel. Let's talk a little bit about the outdoor space, especially. And when I look above here, we can see the slides, some of the water slides above us, and that whole upper deck, the pool deck, you've kind of redesigned, right?
We really have. This ship, Wonder of the Seas, is kind of the best of everything we have done over the last 50 plus years. You think about the evolution of the pool decks on the Odyssey and the Quantum and all of those ships, and now you think about here on the Oasis class ship and here on Wonder of the Seas, really bringing the lime and coconut to life. Right. This really fun, vibrant, colorful Caribbean vacation comes to life in, the best spot in the world, out on the open decks enjoying the sun.
And you have a Mexican place. That's where I ate lunch today.
I didn't see you there. I was there.
I was there.
I had my second lunch there. Yeah. I had my.
You got to try as much food as possible on board. I think it's part of
first, and then I went to a Local Fresh for my second.
That's a good strategy. I like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Now, but you've redesigned, like the kids areas are all kind of different, and people are saying it's much closer together. It's easier for parents to watch over their kids. You got a lot of water slides. You got the Ultimate Abyss in the stern, which I still haven't tried yet. I have to try that.
The Ultimate Abyss is a bit scary, but it is for everybody. But you're right, the open decks are fantastic. It's the first time we have our play area for the youngest kids right at the pool area, so where families can be together and not have to separate, not have to take your kids somewhere else if they want to try the slides. It's really about creating these stages, these places where families can come together and have a great vacation.
Well, it is wonderful, and I think I'm going to sort of make a starter, do the Ultimate Abyss, and then try the big slide on your Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which I have done, but it was a few years ago.
Well, if you did that one, you can definitely do Ultimate Abyss.
Okay, well,
here, Ultimate Abyss, you don't have to climb the stairs.
I like that idea. You just have to go. No, I like that idea. Now, let's talk about another major aspect of this ship that is growing increasingly important for Royal Caribbean. I was on Odyssey. I saw a lot of your entertainment. That was only a couple of nights. Saw an amazing new production called The Effectors, and you are going to have that on this ship eventually too. We saw a little preview of it, but I have to tell you, every single show that I've been to, and I don't usually make it a habit of going to all the shows, but I've gone to every single one. Talk a little bit about these shows, because some of them are absolutely amazing.
I really do think that the two pillars of dining and entertainment are what sets Royal Caribbean International apart, that and the crew. Right. Those three things, that triangle, sets us apart from any other cruise brand. But you're right, the entertainment is world class. Effectors is a show that was produced by Nick Weir himself and then brought to life here on the second show.
Got quite a little entertainment empire going, right?
Oh, you know what? You need to come visit our studio up at FIU. That's a story in itself.
Now, but you have something called, last night I went to something called Voices, which was just extraordinary, and I did it right after I saw the previews for your new Aqua production, which I believe is called, to remind me.
Intense.
Well, how can I forget that? And it was intense because people are diving from very high, and then they're jumping around in water, and that was only a taste of what you got coming.
It was just a preview. Yeah, it was just a preview.
I went from that show to Voices.
Yeah, Voices is amazing. Everything we do, whether it's a giant, Broadway type show like Effectors, or Voices, which is really around people coming together through song, or even our stowaway piano player, who
I did see
you might find in an elevator performing for 4 people. Right. All of these amazing entertainment experiences are just about that, creating memories. And Nick and his team do a tremendous job.
He is really, he is a one-man show, and in many ways he's got a great team, but he's also, kind of master of ceremonies and was introducing us to all these different experiences. And then, I saw things like Tap was a great show. You have your comedians, every musician that was on board this time. We have a special singer on board tonight, which I hope to catch. So you really are not going to go starve for entertainment here. It's nonstop.
The cool thing is everyone finds their favorite. I mean, walking by right there is the one and only Simeon, who's our comedy host. Hi, Simeon, the funniest man in America.
He's pretty funny.
He is really funny. Grew up here in our cast, started in Hairspray, and now runs all of our comedy programming.
I know, he was introducing the two comedians.
Yeah, so it's like everyone finds their thing. Kevin, our guitar player in the pub, is incredible. I mean, he is literally like a classically trained concert guitar player, which he'll do for you if you want to see, but everyone really wants to hear the Eagles, and he's great at that too.
That's true. Well, you actually have a cover band on right now that was wonderful. It did covers of everything in your music hall.
Oh, they're fantastic. Phoenix
right.
From Las Vegas. They're amazing. Yeah. World-class musicians, and they come together and, really put out their best for our guests.
Well, final question. Wonder of the Seas really is, you're kind of perfecting the model here, and what is the transformational quality of this ship in your view that really takes it above even your previous ships, whether it's Odyssey or whether it's the previous Oasis class?
Well, I really think it's a couple of things. It's about the hardware. It's about creating the best venues at sea, and sometimes even the best venue in the world for whatever it might be. Okay. And it's about creating these stages, but really it always comes down to the crew. The crew living what we call the Royal Way, right. Delivering this world-class service. They're just so committed to delivering great vacations. They care so much. And, when they do that in these beautiful spaces, I mean, that really is the world's greatest vacation.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And for on this volume with this many guests and this many crew, to have that kind of service is really a tribute to what Royal Caribbean has been doing.
Yeah, it's a tribute to the team, and it's most importantly a tribute to the crew on board the ship. They're incredible. Mark, I want to thank you. It's been great to be aboard once again with you. I was on Odyssey. Here I am on Wonder of the Seas. This has been a full cruise, so I've had a little more time, which you need with this ship. You need to, spend a few quality days just walking around. But it's been great to get back on the latest and best. And I was on the very first Oasis, and here I am on this one, and it is amazing. Well, thank you. We appreciate you being here, and we really appreciate all your travel partners that partner with us. We couldn't do it without you. So thank you for all of your support. And thank you. Thank you again. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report aboard Wonder of the Seas.